record. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight. I promise I will not drag this out, but it's the first Monday of February, and I thought how fitting to start off the month with a call about how to hit Success Club, how to talk with people about getting started with the All Access Pass. I know that that's kind of a pain point and somewhere that we can all grow from. So I just wanted to share some tips, and I did make a little PowerPoint. It's not crazy. I'm not going to be like preaching to you guys, but I did put like my actual scripts on there. So I wanted to be able to share those with you guys. And then I will leave room for kind of a fun activity at the end as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Maybe, where is it? Hold on. Share screen. Okay. Okay, so tonight's team meeting, how to hit Success Club and get people to commit to the All Access Pass. So these are just kind of my overall tips for hitting Success Club, and then I will go into more detail about some of them. But my first tip to hitting Success Club is that you have to be sharing your journey. I think, one, I know sharing your journey is nerve-wracking, but so often when people come to me and they're like, I'm struggling, I don't know how to get anyone started, and I look at their social media and I'm like, if I looked at this, I wouldn't know that you're a coach. I wouldn't know that people could come to you to get started on their journey. Like, I wouldn't know these things. So making sure that you're sharing your journey, making sure that you've had some sort of post that talks about that you're a coach. I try to breadcrumb like parts of my challenge groups all the time. I try to, which means just like giving little tidbits about how I help people work on their goals, so that it's never a question of like what I do. And then at least once a week, I'm talking about being a coach and helping people. Like, I outright have some sort of invite to a challenge group. My next tip is to make it a no matter what. And I know you guys probably hear me say this and you're like, well, that's easy to say, but it truly is a mindset. When I first started coaching, I didn't really know what Success Club was. Like, I was like, oh, that's a cute little thing. Like, didn't really know what it was. Once I started really going into it, I started making it like a no matter what in my business. Once I realized that I wanted to accomplish in this business, I knew that that was the key to my success. I make it a no matter what to hit Success Club 5 by the 5th and 10 by the 10th. Truth, I'm not at Success Club 5 right now. I'm at Success Club 2. I will be at 10 by the 10th because I've set myself up for that success. I have so many conversations. I've got so many people that are ready to, order. It's going to happen. But I set those goals for myself because they push me outside of my comfort zone. It would be very easy for me to tell myself, oh, I'm going to hit Success Club 6 by the end of the month. But what that does is it doesn't create urgency for me. By placing that 5 on the 5th and 10 by the 10th, it makes me push from the first day of the month. As soon as before the first of the month, I am already thinking about who I'm going to talk to, who I'm going to follow up with. I even started following up with people as soon as I knew that the $10 discount was on this month the day before, so that when February 1st started, like, I was starting off with a bang. But making it a no matter what in your business, like, there are billions of people out there. There are so many people who I still talk to who haven't heard of Shakeology, who haven't heard of Beachbody, and it blows my mind because I'm like, where you been at, girl? But there are so many people out there that haven't been helped yet. All we have to do is help 3 people a month. 3 people. Like, when you break it down, it is so much simpler than we make it. And so I think when you think about that, and you set these goals for yourself, making it a no matter what to hit 5 by the 5th, 10 by the 10th. And, my goal, because I want to grow this business, this is my full-time job, my goal every month is to hit Success Club 20, and just keep pushing yourself out of those zones. But making it like it's a mindset. If you think Success Club is going to be hard to hit, it's going to be hard to hit. If you push yourself to hit it that first week of the month, one, it lessens the anxiety for the rest of the month. Like, it makes you be able to breathe. Once I hit Success Club 10, I'm like, okay, I can breathe. Of course, I want to hit Success Club 20 and I'm pushing for that, but I just feel this like weight lifted off my shoulders. Declaring a date for your next challenge group. You should always know when your challenge groups are going to start. I keep it very simple. My groups start the first Monday of every month. I can tell you when my groups are going to be for the next 3 years, because that's no matter what for me, as my groups start the first Monday of every month. If you're not running your own groups right now, totally fine. For one, you can team up with each other, but if you're still running them with your coach, that's awesome. Ask her when her next group is going to be, because she probably has it planned out far enough ahead too. You always, and you'll see why it's important, but writing down in your calendar like when your groups are going to be helps you be able to plan out the rest of your month. It helps you be able to tell people when you're inviting them and when you're posting about them and when you're following up. To have those concrete dates creates urgency for people. So just for yourself, declare a date. Like if you have not decided to run a March group, decide you're running it and set a date for it. My group is starting March 5th. Yeah, March 5th. I know that, so when I'm talking to people, I can tell them that. IG stories, Instagram stories, and polls. Huge for me hitting Success Club right now with the cold market. I love Facebook. Facebook helped me build my coaching career. Facebook is not where I'm getting a lot of cold market people right now because the algorithm is changing like crazy and it takes so much time to build up your Facebook. Get your Instagram off of private, put it on public, and start posting your workouts on there. IG stories are such a great way for people to see what you're doing without you having to be like in your face, like salesy or anything like that. I can be drinking my Shaco. I can be drinking my Energize. I can be showing them my workouts, and it's showing them all of these routine things that they know they can expect from me every day without me outwardly having to be like, hey girl, you want to drink this? Hey girl, you want to join my group? And what I'm also doing, I give like sneak peeks of my groups in my IG stories. So like I'll share victories that are posted. I'll scroll through and show like how many workouts were things. I create that FOMO, and then I'll use a poll that says like, are you ready to transform your life too? Or are you ready to make a change? Or, are you ready to join us? Something like that. Polls make it so easy for people to show interest. And for some reason, I don't know if it's a lazy thing or if it's just a comfortability thing, I get so much more response to my polls from cold market people than I do when I say like, shoot me a message or a comment or something like that. People are like, I think it's just a scared thing. Like it's way less committing to hit the poll. But I started conversations today with people that responded to my poll yesterday. And these were complete cold market people. These are brand new people that you are touching. Follow-ups. The more you start coaching, the more objections you're going to see, the more people you're going to talk to. Your list is going to keep growing of who you've talked to. I start out the first week of every month following up like a freaking boss. I will tell you that the majority of my Success Club points come from follow-ups. I normally have to talk to people 8 to 10 times before they sign up. I signed up a girl yesterday who I've been talking to for a year and a half. And I just keep following up. She told me last month that she joined a gym instead. And I decided to message her yesterday and say, hey girl, I know that you joined that gym. I just wanted to let you know about this amazing deal that we have going on right now. And she signed up. For one, because my consistency following up with her. For two, because it was a great deal. But follow-ups are huge. I think when people, especially new coaches, get started, they hear objections and they get so defeated by them. We all had objections. Like, we all did. They're normal. If you're not hearing objections, you're not working. Like, you're not doing enough if you're not hearing any sort of objections. Follow-ups are what make my business. Flat out. Mallory wouldn't be a coach if I hadn't followed up with her 15,000 times and kept bugging her. Like, follow-ups are where it's at. Coach signups. So coach signups are another way to get Success Club points from people you've already gotten Success Club points from. I present the coaching opportunity, and we'll talk a little bit more about this later, to anybody who loves Shakeology, who's been in my challenge group, seen results, etc. And I'll kind of chat with how you can get Success Club points from them again when they sign up. And then taking advantage of our challenge group sneak peek. We have a challenge group sneak peek in 2 weeks. No, next week. Next week? No. 2 weeks, sorry, on the 22nd. I have my calendar over there. On the 22nd. There's no reason you guys shouldn't be posting about these things, that you shouldn't be inviting them to you. This is a free, commitless, I don't know how you say that, like easy way to invite people to see from us. Like, we're going to talk to them. We're going to do all the work. We're going to answer their questions. We're going to present all the information. And all you have to do is invite them there and then sign them up when they're ready. Like, there's no reason for you not to be inviting people to these things. And then free groups. Free groups are a great way to invite somebody to something without them having to pay for anything. It is a great way to add value to people's lives, to give them a sneak peek into what our groups are like. People can sign up for a 2-week free trial of Beachbody On Demand. What's awesome about that, it used to be 30 days. What's awesome about 2 weeks is they can't complete like 21-day fix in 2 weeks. So it creates that FOMO and they want to keep going once they've got started. But take advantage of free groups. You can run a free group on water. Christy just did a water challenge. You can do a clean eating group. You can do all those things. We have free group like templates. We have a whole clean eating group that is laid out for you that all you have to do is copy and paste. This is a great way to bring in cold market people or people who are on the fence about signing up, giving them this free option, letting them join the group, see the accountability, see what you have to offer to them as a coach, see like all the tools and just how amazing having the group is a great way to show people and get them to sign up. And I am showing you this not to brag or anything like that, but to show you it's possible. When I started coaching, I had like 100 people on Instagram and I didn't have a like page or anything like that. Like, when I tell you guys I started from the bottom, I have been in Success Club. I've hit Success Club 5 for 36 straight months. Like, that is helping at least 3 people. When I tell you it's doable, it's because I do it. And I had to learn what works. I had to grit and like do whatever I could to pull out that like last person sign up on the last night of the month at 10 p.m. because I made it a no matter what in my business that I knew I had to be hitting it every month to bring in new people to accomplish my goals. You guys, if you want to build an income, if you want to hit diamond, you cannot do those things without hitting Success Club. Success Club means you are helping new people. You're bringing in new challengers. Those new challengers are going to fall in love with their programs, become your coaches. That's how you gain rank. That's how you earn income. It is just this cycle, but it all starts with hitting Success Club and helping at least 3 new people a month. So speaking with confidence, when I tell you that, and I feel like people take this the wrong way. When I talk about the All Access Pass to people, I don't get very many objections because I have so much confidence in this. Like, when I tell them how good of a deal it is, I exude that. You guys, when I signed up with T25 and it was $120 for a program. I got discs. That's it. I didn't get a shaker cup. We didn't have portion fix. I didn't get Shakeology with that. To get Shakeology was $205 with it. They get everything for $160 and this month for $150. Like, when I talk about this, I know that this is the best deal in the freaking world, and I truly believe that there's no reason that anybody should not sign up with us. Whether they like go into the gym, whether they never even freaking use it, this is $150 well spent in their life. And so I'm going to show you guys my my script that I use to talk with people. And what I want you to do is, as you're listening to this, I want you to, in the chat box, type out objections that you normally hear or that have been coming up, and I'm going to answer all of those objections at the end, but I just want you guys to start thinking about them. But so when I am talking to somebody, I only present the All Access Pass Challenge Pack because it's the answer to everything. And when I tell you I only talk about the All Access Pass Challenge Pack, I only ever give the Challenge Pack as an option. people don't know that they can just get bought on from me. They don't know that they can just buy Shakeology. If they ask me those specific questions, I'll talk to them about it. But when someone says, like, I want to join your group, can you give me more information? How much does it cost? This is what I send them. Most of my ladies get started with the All Access Pass because it's the most bang for your buck. For a year, you get access to stream all of our workouts, old, current, and the new ones that come out. You don't even have to wait. You get immediate access and pay nothing extra. Plus, there are workouts added weekly that aren't even a part of our programs, over 800 and more added monthly. You'll also get all of our meal plans, a set of portion control containers, and there's a cooking show with all the meal plan approved foods. New ones are added each week, which is so helpful. You will get a shaker cup, 30 days of Shako, me as your coach to help you every step of the way, and lifetime access to my monthly groups with the chance to win fun prizes. And they say, oh my gosh, okay, that sounds great. How much for all that? Right now, all of this is on sale for $150 instead of the $200 it normally is. So you would legit pay that one time and pay nothing again unless you wanted to get more of the shakes. And sometimes I will add this last part. When you break that down, it comes out to less than $13 a month. Do you guys realize what people are getting? Do you know how much gym memberships are? To join the YMCA here is $70 a month. For a gym that doesn't tell me how to work out, doesn't include a meal plan, doesn't include like my healthiest meal of the day, doesn't include an ever-growing meal plan and an ever-growing workout plan. For a gym for me to walk into and have to figure out everything on my own. Like, when I tell you guys you have to speak with confidence, you have to be a believer in the All Access Pass. You have to be a believer in Shakeology. You need to be drinking it and knowing how much it's changed your life. You need to believe that this is the best option in the world, because when you speak with that confidence, no one's going to second guess you. When I tell you I don't get objections, it's because people hear me through my voice, like how excited I am that I can offer this to them. And every once in a while, I'll have someone say, well, I have a shake, blah, blah, blah. And I'll talk about those objections later. But for the most part, like, and if I need to break this down even more, I'll tell people that Shakeology by itself is $140 after tax and shipping. They're getting all of this for $150. Or I'll say, you know, BOD for a year is $100 on its own. So really, you're getting to try out Shakeology for $50, which is less than $2, which is like $2 a day. Totally, like, I mean, there's just no reason. So what I have found is that when I list every little thing. I list the shaker cup. I list the containers. I list all of that because I want them to see how much value they are truly getting. So follow-ups. Follow-ups, like I said, are huge for me. And there's two types of follow-ups I do. I follow up with people who have been in my groups before, and I follow up with anyone who has ever shown interest in being in my groups. So for past challengers, I'll send something like, hey girl, I was just thinking about you and wanted to let you know that you're always welcome to be in my monthly groups. My next one starts March 5th. If you're interested, we can get you in there and get you started. If they say like, yeah, I have been meaning to message you, I would love to be back in your group, I say, great, I am excited to have you back in there. Do you have enough Shakeology for the month? For one, if they haven't been in my groups for years, if they do have Shakeology, it's probably expired and we need to get them some new stuff. For two, if they tried Shakeology a couple years ago and didn't love it, I'm going to tell them about the vegan and get them started. If they say, you know, yeah, I have Shakeology, great, I'm still going to put them in my group because chances are once they start using their Shakeology, they're going to need more of it. And when they order a new HD order of Shakeology in a couple of weeks, I get Success Club points from that. I also follow up with anyone who has ever shown interest. Oh, also with the past challengers. If they say, yeah, I do have Shakeology, I will even tell them about Energize and Recover because most of my past challengers don't even know that that's an option. You get someone started on Energize and Recover, you get Success Club points from that as well. For people who've shown interest, so this is what I send routinely to people like at the beginning of every month. Hey girl, I knew you were interested in joining one of my monthly fitness accountability groups, so I just wanted to check back in and let you know I hadn't forgotten about you. My current group actually just kicked off today, so we could get you set up and in there ASAP. If you aren't ready to get started on your health and fitness goals, totally fine. I start my new groups the first Monday of every month, so I will be here when you are ready. So let me explain a couple of things about this. For one, I'm creating that urgency of my group started today. I will send that for a while, like not today, but even next week, I'll say, my group actually just kicked off last Monday. We can get you in there ASAP because you have access to all the workouts within 48 hours. I'll get them in there. I'm always trying to create that urgency for people. And then I like to put the responsibility on them. If I were to read this, I would feel guilty by saying like, no, I'm not ready to get working on my goals. And I'm not trying to make them feel bad, but I want that to be on their plate. I'm here. I run my groups. I'm consistent. I've seen results because I'm still here 4 years later. Like, I'm going to be running these groups with or without them. The responsibility, really, the ball is in their court. So if you aren't ready to get started on your health and fitness goals, totally fine. I run my groups the first Monday of every month. Whenever you're ready, I'm going to be here. You would be surprised at how much like putting that ball in their court is like a wake-up call to people. And they're like, oh, yeah, like it's just something about it that really makes them kind of step their game up. Coach signups. So I wanted to share this with you guys. So I said that I present coaching to pretty much all of my challengers when their Shakeology is coming. And so the more I've gotten into my coaching, I have become pickier about who I present it to because I don't honestly want everybody on my team anymore. I've learned that some personalities work better than others. But I do send the majority of them this message. So this is actually a message that I was talking to a girl about her Shakeology today, and I was meaning to message her anyway. So this is an actual message that I sent today. I was going to message you today about your order getting ready to ship and about something else. Now, don't think I'm crazy, but have you ever considered signing up as a coach? I ask because, one, you're seeing amazing results, and I know you are probably inspiring people in your life. Girlfriend's down 13 pounds, like seeing amazing results. Two, because as coaches, we receive a 25% discount off of everything. So it's definitely the cheapest way to get your Shake-O each month. As coaches, we are never required to buy or sell anything. You can legit be a coach forever just for the discount. My mom has been for 4 years. But like I said, you're seeing amazing results. People are going to start asking what you're doing. And when they do, you would have the option to help them on their journey. And I will help you every step of the way with that and earn some additional income in the meantime. And then I do kind of like a little cop out. Like, it's okay. No pressure at all. I will love you either way and still be your coach no matter what. I just really think it could be a great opportunity for you. If you are interested or have any questions about it, we can always chat. I want to mention a couple things about this. I always want to give them kind of both options, that if they are already having people ask them about their results, that they can help them. And as their coach, I'm going to help them do that. They're never going to have to do that on their own. And also, if you just want to sign up because of the discount is really sweet. I am totally fine presenting the discount option to coaches because I will tell you the majority of the leaders on our team started out just for the discount. When they got this message, they were like, oh my gosh, yeah, I want that discount. I don't ever want to work the business. I just want the discount. I was that girl too. Once they get in our team pages, once they see the community, once they see the possibility with rank advancements and us talking about what our income has done, people start seeing their results, they're like, oh, maybe I can make more out of this. Don't ever hesitate about offering the discount because you never know who is going to want more eventually. And even if they only ever want the discount, that's great people to have on your team. That's volume for people that are, consistently getting their Shakeology. That is, placeholders for your rank. You need active coaches when you're building rank. And then, I tell them that coaches I don't go into a huge spiel about coaching, but I kind of hit all the marks that I have learned that people ask about. So we're never required to buy or sell anything. You can be a coach just for the discount. And then I'm going to keep helping them. And regardless, I'm always going to be your coach. Whether you're a discount coach and you're in my groups, whether you're a challenger and you're in my groups, I'm always going to be your coach. So this other one is what I send people when their Shakeology is about to ship. Hey girl, I just wanted to give you a heads up that your Shakeology is scheduled to ship out on the 11th. If you want to cancel, postpone, modify that, you can do that through the email that Beachbody should have sent you, or you can call the number. If you don't want to cancel it, great. You don't need to do anything, and we can chat about getting you a discount going forward. 9 times out of 10, people ask about the discount, and then I send them something similar to what was on the left. Okay, so this is something that I created, and I've had my like Team Cup group going through it, but I wanted to go ahead and share it with you. And what I will do is, this is a whole PDF on how to hit Success Club in a week. It is literally, you guys can print it off and fill in the things. I made it all pretty, or you can just have it to look at online. But I want to point out some things. So I will post this PDF if anybody wants it in the team page, and you guys can print it off and go through it at your leisure. The first part. So every day it has you do a positive affirmation in the morning, or, I do positive affirmations every single day. Your belief in yourself, your mindset is freaking huge. It's everything. Being a product of the product. It's making sure you get your workout in and your nutrition, that you're drinking Shakeology and you're 100% on meal plan. You can't talk to somebody about how amazing our programs are, how amazing our meal plans are, how amazing Shakeology is, if you're not doing, like, using all of them and getting results. Like, you just can't. Social media. So it has specific posts for you to be on your social media, sharing your story, and every day these posts are different. So it's constantly giving you guys ideas. Your mindset. It's making sure that you're reading your PD every day. You're a coach. You should be doing some sort of personal development every single day, because you're never going to grow as a person, as a human, as a coach, as anything if you're not taking care of your brain. Talking to people. It has you commenting, reaching out to people in like easy ways. It has you doing invites, and it has you doing follow-ups, and then tracking. You need to be tracking who you're talking to, whether that's in a high achievers playbook, whether it's on the back of your win the week checklist. No matter what, you need to be tracking who you're talking to, so that's easier to do those follow-ups and things. And then when you do help someone change your life, write that name down and celebrate it. Okay, so I feel like that was a lot of information, and I see a lot of questions. So I'm going to start from the beginning. We only have like 8 minutes, so I'm going to roll through these a little bit, and if I don't get to any of them, I will work on it. Mallory, I'm too busy. I always like to tell people, so anytime I hear an objection, I'm going to pull from an experience I had that I overcame that objection, or someone from our team has that I know about. So for I'm too busy, I tell people that when I started, I was in grad school working 3 jobs. I was in grad school doing classes full time. I was working 3 jobs. I was the busiest I've ever been in my life, and the workouts being 25 minutes a day was the only way I could get them in. I didn't have to drive to the gym. I didn't have to do any of that. So I pull from my personal experience about how when I'm busy, I got them done. And now that I work from home, I feel like people are more like, girl, you got all the time in the world. So I pull from you guys, and I talk about how my girls are, Joni gets up at 4 a.m., crazy hours, and gets their workouts in. Like, I pull from my challengers, I pull from my coaches, and I share their stories. And then I'll tell them when they're in the challenge group, they're going to get to see these stories too, and it's going to motivate them to get it done. I don't have the money. So with this, I kind of feel it out, but I break it down a couple ways. I talk about how I was a broke grad student when I got started, and I had to save up that money. I didn't have $200 to dish out, but I started figuring out ways in my life that I could save money. Did I need Starbucks runs every day that were costing me $5 a day? No. $5 a day for 30 days a month? There's your challenge pack. Like, people don't realize what they waste money on, and when you call them out on it, they either take it really offensively and they're like, well, I don't waste money on anything. Or they're like, oh, yeah, I could say that. So I do tell people, like, it's a $10 discount, and I create that FOMO. Like, the price is never going to be $150 again. If you can figure out how to save it up on your own for this month, I want to save you that money before it even goes up another $10 next month. And once again, pull from my personal experiences and break it down. When someone tells me, I break it down to how that makes Shakeology $2 a meal. Like, that's a meal that I don't have to buy every single day. And when I'm out and about, if I were to stop and even try to get a healthy meal, it's going to cost me way more than $2 a day. I can't afford Shakeology every month. No one ever has to be on Shakeology every month. I don't know if that's referring to coaching or as a challenger, but if it's a challenger telling me they can't afford to be on Shakeology every month, that is a great way to talk about the coaching discount and how they get 25% off of it. But nobody ever has to be on Shakeology every month. I require it for my challengers to be on it their first month to be in my group, and then they have lifetime access to my groups. And I tell them that in that script that I send them. I just want the fitness part. So I tell people that to be in my groups, I require Shakeology and I require the nutrition because I don't want to give anybody just a crutch. They don't have to continue it. If they don't like the Shakeology, if they don't like our meal plans, they don't have to do it, but I want them to give me 1 month doing the plan exactly as it's designed so that I can help them, because people smarter than me designed these. Like, they knew what they were doing. Our meal plan fits Shakeology into it. Our workouts are designed to where you're going to thrive best on Shakeology. And so, and another part with that, like, that goes back to Daddy's home. I don't talk to people just about BOD. Like, when I started coaching, that was a big learning curve for me, was that I used to say, when 21 Day Fix came out, this was like my exact script. So you can get the challenge pack and all of this for $160, or you can buy the program for $60. Who is going to pay $100 more? Even with everything they get, if you give them that $60 option, who is going to say, oh, okay, I want to pay that? Most people aren't. Most people see the cost and that's all they think about. So I don't present both options. I send them that exact script to everybody. It's saved in my notes section. I copy and paste it. And when you put it all together like that, it doesn't even give most people room to say like, oh, well, can I get this without this? Because when you show them how amazing of a deal it is, they're like, oh, it's a package deal. And so then if someone does say, I want the fitness part, I'm like, it's $100. You might as well pay $50 more and get all of this $150, $40 bag of Shakeology for $50. Like, and that goes back to that belief. I have so much confidence that this is a good deal. You guys, when the All Access Pass came out, I was like, shoot, y'all. Like, I'm not going to be able to make, like, how am I going to make an income when they just are giving people a year's access to everything? Like, you guys have to believe how good of a friggin' deal this is. And maybe it's because I've been here for years and I knew that my challenge pack starting out was $205. That makes this $150 just crazy, mind-blowing to me. I'm pregnant or nursing. I tell them, awesome. I have tons of pregnant and nursing coaches on my team, and that they're going to get to see them in our groups. And what's awesome about it is that Shakeology can replace their prenatals. And I go into all of those like personal examples of my coaches and how much it motivates me to watch them working out pregnant and how I'm going to be doing that. I also pull out the maternity series on BOD and how awesome that is, that even if they haven't been working out before, they have that option and that there's all these modifiers as well. Okay, if I hop off and hop back on, will you guys all get back on? Because I can't get through the rest of these objections, I don't think. Okay, I'm going to end the meeting and start it back up, but let me screenshot all these objections real quick. Sorry, I was just trying to talk really fast through all of this. Okay, I'll hop off and hop back on.